Peace, love, and blessings. More knowledge to the awakening and the enlightened individuals. All praises goes to the creators of the creation as well. We give thanks to our ancestors that came and made an impact long before we came into existence. I appreciate and acknowledge all my supporters that never called nor thought I was crazy mentally from the right hemisphere of my brain. Those that know me and know of me, they know that I only speak scientific and mathematical facts. I never speak my opinion publicly. Today's revealing will be a little different and shocking to most. Mississippi, the heart and birthplace of many great important individuals who helped or in fact shaped and mold our life today for sure. However, a lot of us are programmed to be indoctrinated not to know who we are and where we came from, who is the source and who is the origin of the source. Some of us was taught and disciplined not to ask questions at all. Some of us don't give a fuck about ancestry or the past because we figure the past is the past. However, the past can surely be the present, just like it is now. Let's get this knowledge and wisdom. Itawamba County, Mississippi, home of the Chickasaw Indians, allegedly. That's the story that was handed down all the way to me. Of course, it was a motherfucking lie told by the Caucasians' oppressors. Over 65% of Itawamba County envisioned that they're Indians, their grandmothers Indians, their grandfathers was Indians, and so on down the line times 5. I beg to differ. The ones don't understand is lost. Y'all are programmed to believe that you're descendants of Indians. To be an Indian is a cult, a way of life, to follow laws, follow the leaders, follow the so-called chief. Being an Indian is not a blood type. Wake up, people. It's common sense. Also, the so-called settlers, but they are not settlers. They are actually thieves, murderers, and rapists. Allegedly thought that they were in South America, in India, and called everyone Indians. The suffix IAN means citizenship. If I move to Canada, I'm a Canadian. If I move to Russia, I'm a Russian. If I move to Germany, I'm a German. If I move to Mexico, I'm a Mexican. So we were brainwashed. We were brainwashed ever since 1900s, and that's a fact in Itawamba County, Mississippi. Our ancestors lost against the English and Spanish in 1832. The motherfucking Cabbage Patch Babies, the Caucasians were genetically modified to kill and seek and destroy everything that the Tartarians had built in Itawamba County. The Tartarians are our ancestors. That's another topic for another day. However, it's a dark side of Itawamba County that a lot of us are scared to dive into. Well, shit. Not me, not I, not we. This is Uptown Itawamba County today. On this picture, present time. Now this is Itawamba County before the Caucasians stripped it, burnt it, and knocked everything down. Look at this shit. Big difference, ain't it? Big facts. And what's crazy is half of my family from Itawamba County were slave masters. These are scientific and mathematical facts. My family and relatives on the Caucasian slave master side are the Creightons, the Walkers, the Beans, the Cummings, and the Warrens. They had slaves all the way through Mantachie, Morville, Dorsey, Fulton, all the way down to Tremont, and also Tilden, Mississippi. This is crazy. You see this picture right here? This is Isaac Edwards. Big ass motherfucking slave master. He had a long enforcing team with him. He has Joshua Bernard, William Bedford, Russell Bean, MC Cummins, Jacob Green, John Warren, Reuben Warren, Hiram Creighton. All of these last names are familiar in Itawamba County, Mississippi community. These were the slave masters. These are the ones they forced and instilled the last name upon us. However, we ignore everything about the past. Last name matters. Wake up, people. They were predominantly Anglo-Saxon. They were all Scot-Irish. However, a slave master named Robert Fulton, he named the small city after him. He also stole the invention of the first steamboat. That's right, a slave on the Creighton plantation invented the first steamboat, and he stole the patent. Fulton is named after Robert Fulton, a wicked slave master. In 1832, our ancestors, they were taken away from their origin as infants, babies, and adolescents. When I say origin, I mean the creators, the mothers, the great-grandmothers, the grandmothers, so forth on down, the great aunties. Now, don't get it twisted now. They didn't come in here with a bang at first. Some of them still had Neanderthal features and DNA features of other species or whatever they was hybrid with. Look at these pictures. Now, this is before they turned on us. This is when we taught them the ways. They were acting civilized. They learned the ways of the universe. Facts, look at them. These pictures are before they took everything from us as well. This is when they learned the ways, I ain't gonna lie. Look how my ancestors were though. They were not slaves at all in Itawamba County, Mississippi. This before we took upon the last name of their asses. These the so-called Indians, people. Wake up. Wake up. You ain't no motherfucking Indian. This is my family line in the 1800s. Look at this. No feathers, no none of that bullshit how they portrayed to be. Wake up. You ain't no Indian. Now look at this. This is John Creighton right here. He's the origin of the Creighton family in Itawamba County, Mississippi. I told y'all earlier about them little towns also. This is a picture of the Creighton plantation in Manatee, Mississippi. 92 acres to be exact. Crazy. Now this dude right here, this is Jacob Green right here. He's the origin of the Greens in Itawamba. Look at him. There's no denying this, y'all. Now here's a picture of the first coming. His name is Malachi Cummins, aka Uncle Mac. Second cousins to the Creightons. He's a slave programmer too. Now, here's the origin of the Beans in Manatee, Mississippi. Slave programmer. This is the Warrens right here. The origins of the Warrens in Manatee, Mississippi. Slave programmer. And his name is James Warren. You see the Walkers right here? His name is John A. Walker in Manatee, Mississippi. Slave programmer. It's crazy, y'all. And here goes some of the pictures of the slaves. Creightons, Beans, Warrens, Walkers, Cummings. It's crazy, man. Look at this. And the crazy part is, this dude right here, his name was Edward Creighton. And they were scared of him because allegedly he could morph into animals. They shot him and burned him. They shot him and burned him, y'all. And the crazy part is, that's my name. And I come from this bloodline. Fuck me up in real time. I would like to encourage everyone to dig deep on your last name. I'm steady searching on what our names were before the 1800s. And that's a fact. Here's the Walkers. Will and Bill of Sale for the slaves. I told y'all, look, I told y'all, I dug deep down. These are the cousins of the Beans, the Creightons, the Cummings. Here's the Cummings will and deed for the slaves. Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. Here is the Creighton's deed and will for the slaves. I told you. Shit crazy. You see the Cummings, the Creightons, and Warrens right here. I told you. I know the bloodline. I'm gonna pop my shit. I ain't happy about it, but my relatives, they gonna wake up and read this. Y'all go trip off this because I told y'all. And a lot of y'all called me crazy half of my life, but look at this shit now. Y'all go do y'all research and dig on y'all last names, cause this shit is important. Peace, love, and blessings to all.